Hey guys, I'm Chris Kendall and this is my review of the Xcel Drylock Wetsuit. I'd just like to start by saying that I bought this with my own money. I don't work for a surf shop or any surf company. I haven't been sent this for free, so this is my entirely honest opinion. I'm not being paid or encouraged to say nice things about this suit. I'd also like to say that I bought this back in 2014, so this isn't the model that's on the market now. If you were to go out and buy a Drylock, you wouldn't be buying this suit. But equally, I think that the reviews you get from a suit that's been out a couple of weeks are kind of pointless because we don't know how good they are until they've been used, how well they're going to last. Okay, you can feel if it's stretchy, if it's flexy, if it's got good seams maybe, but you can't tell how it's going to last. And when you're paying £300, £400, £500 even for a wetsuit, you want to know if it's going to last as well for what you're paying. So although it's a sort of slightly out of date suit, hopefully it'll give a better review in a sense for you, and you can, I suppose, take some sort of knowledge of what the current suits will be like. If this has lasted well, it'd be fair to think maybe their other suits have too. So with no further ado, let's look at the suit. So as you'd expect, this from a top of the range of any of the bigger makes, Rip Curl, Xcel, O'Neill, etc. It's got pretty much all the features that they can offer. So starting from the top, I should probably add as well, this is the 5.4 hooded version of the suit. I live in York in UK. I surf on the east coast of England. Our water temperatures get down to about 5 degrees in the deep of winter if we have a cold year. So probably a pretty good place to test and give an opinion on these suits. So features wise, hooded, I'd say it's got the peak on the hood. I like about this hood, it's really thick. I found with some of my older suits where I've had thinner hoods, or some guys I surf with, particularly Rip Curl, which are maybe more focused on flex rather than thickness. The peak flicks up, which, okay, it maybe just looks stupid. It's not necessarily a massive hindrance, but you do look stupid, so it's better like that in my opinion. Next thing, working down the hood again, I really like this chin strap. It sits comfortably on your chin, whereas with some other hoods I find they don't sit comfortably on your chin or under. That's a really nice touch. Drawstring, real thick, substantial material again. Really thick, it's not going to break. I think the knot came undone for me once, but there's no big deal, just retie it. You've got adjustments, elastic adjustment here, so you can prevent water flush going down here. Buttoned and a really thick, substantial zip across the chest entry area. Inside there you have key loop and a little stash pocket as well that I find my key doesn't even fit in the stash pocket, but it fits nice, comfortably and safely in there anyway. Throughout the suit it is taped with a real nice thin tape, almost, I think it was O'Neill who first bought this new thinner liquid seal technology in. The other companies seem to have followed suit, but yeah, this has been perfectly good. There's no cracking on it or anything like that anywhere on the suit. Working down again on the chest, you've got the sort of less flexible but more windproof neoprene material, again on the back as well, back and kidneys area. Working down further, not much seams around the legs, pretty good, keeps it nice and comfy. Knee pads, flex on the knees. That is about it for the visible features on the outside of the suit. In terms of the styling, I quite like this suit. It's off black, it's got a grey look to it. Most suits are black. I think you tend to feel a bit of a poser if you're not a very good surfer and you're in anything other than a sort of slightly neutral suit, but I like the red tape that they've used. It gives it a bit of colour without being too much. Branding, it's not too much, it's quite subtle, quite like that. Just a little Xcel logo on the front and back with the Salient logo too. And yeah, the sort of slightly more detail, we've got the wrist closures. This is one of my gripes with the suit though. At first it seemed great, real tight, no water flushes at all, but the actual construction of them is pretty poor. It started falling apart, and I would add though, I suppose, it's poor, but they seem to have maybe recognised the problem in production and they've taped stitched really tightly around here, which has then prevented the tear from going any further. So I suppose you could argue it's not a problem, but when you've paid £400 for a wetsuit, you don't really expect it to start looking all tatty like that, in my opinion. Another issue, quite a common one I have with wetsuits, I don't know if it's because I bodyboard as well as surf, maybe you spend a lot of time on your elbows. The actual elbows have started going here, the neoprene started coming away. Again, it's not causing any major problem, just cosmetic as much as anything. Another thing though, on that whole issue of the seams, and I did say earlier I have no problem with these tape seams, and I haven't, they've been absolutely fantastic. My brother actually has one of these wetsuits as well, and he had on this waist area just here, the neoprene started coming apart quite a lot. And again, he solely bodyboards, so maybe that was more the reason of the body rubbing up and down the board causing that. But you just don't expect it from a £400 suit. Xcel, in their defence, was very good that we took it back to the surf shop. They didn't even repair it, they actually sent it out a brand new suit from memory. At the very least though, they repaired it, which you can't fault them if they're going to do that. It did take the suit off him for about 6 to 8 weeks, but even longer I think. It was actually through the summer he put it through, so it wasn't a hassle for him, but it did leave him without a wetsuit for a while, which was not ideal. So this is the Xcel Matt Wilkinson model of the Xcel Drylock. I joke, this is the inside of the Drylock. It's meant to look like one of those heat cameras, I think, the infrared cameras, which obviously show the heat. A feature you can't see as much on this suit is what's called TDC technology, thermo-dry Cellulant technology, which Xcel have actually worked with Cellulant to bring that to surfing. It's a technology that's been around before these wetsuits have, and they have in other sports materials. The way it works, I'll link below to Xcel's website, which goes into it in some detail, but is in effect your body creates warmth in a wetsuit, obviously, as we all know. Combined with Cellulant, that then converts it into infrared energy, which your body can then use in return to increase oxygen circulation and stimulation, which obviously keeps you warm, and it's sort of like a cycle that the science and the theory behind it anyway. So it'd be interesting to know if it's true or if it's one of those marketing things. I certainly rate this wetsuit that I've been really warm in it. Whether that's the reason or it's just the fact it's built so well, I'm not sure. Look at the features on the inside of the suit. Again, you've got the key pockets on the inside that I showed you before. All the seams are super sealed up again. Again, on the inside I've had no problems. The legs are the more traditional tape seam rather than the fluid seam that we've seen over the last few years. Presumably it's a bit more flexible. Again, not had any problems with it coming off at all. I would say, where I was explaining before, my brother had the problem with the stomach of his suit. It is actually taped on the inside. So whether that would have prevented the issue from becoming major and going right through, don't know. And as I say, it's not something we came to discover because Xcel was so good in sorting the suit out anyway. So finally, would I recommend the suit? Yes. In short, definitely. There are issues with it, as I pointed out. The wrists on my suit have started going. On my brother's suit, the stomach came away. The seams clearly aren't fantastic. The neoprene started going, but these were all mainly cosmetic things. The suit itself is really warm. My dad has always worn Ripco wetsuits just for fit more than anything else. I think that's the main thing when you're looking for wetsuits, that it fits. He actually did get an Xcel and was far warmer in it, but it was just too baggy for him, so he's gone back to Ripco for the right fit. So that's the question you need to ask really. You need to go down to a local surf shop, try a suit on. If it fits you and you like the suit, the way it looks, the way it feels, get it. Perfect. Any of the big brands nowadays generally are putting good suits out, and all of them across the board. There's issues here and there with seams coming up. Most of them are pretty good customer service wise. If you get yourself to a local surf shop like we did, if anything goes wrong, they have contacts with the companies that can sort you out. I'm not saying any of the online companies are bad, it's just that with me, when I'm spending that much on a wetsuit, I personally like to go in, try it on, see it, feel it, and have somewhere to take it back to if it goes wrong. But yeah, the Xcel Drylock, certainly recommend it. As I say, this is a few years old now, but if I was to buy another suit tomorrow, I'd probably go for another. Cheers guys, be more product reviews, like this video if it's something you'd like to watch. Any comments, any experiences you've had with Xcel or any other wetsuits, recommendations, tips, whack them in the comments below. If there's anything you'd like to know, again, whack it in. Something that I've maybe not covered in the video and we can discuss it there. Drop me a message alternatively and hit subscribe because I'll be doing more videos like this in the future. Thanks a lot, bye.